and is the Chennai Super Kings of Thala Dhoni, who won the game against the Sunrisers Hyderabad in flying colours. They won by 22 runs, and it was Dhoni's men who came victorious against the Warner's Sunrisers Hyderabad. If we take a look at our yesterday's fantasy picks, then most of our picks played well, barring Faf du Plessis who went for a duck on the first ball. And we did not pick Warner in our team, and he did not play well. So our picks were correct, and you have to give it to us for giving you good picks. So keep trusting, do subscribe our page, and keep looking for the future predictions. If you take a look at, before going to the Delhi Capitals versus Rajasthan Royals game, you must have seen the 50% of the IPL is already concluded, with all the teams have played 7 matches each. Earlier, due to COVID-19, it was really difficult to see if IPL can happen, because it was really bad. And I must say, we must thank BCCI that their exceptional efforts have made it come true, and they have managed to successfully conduct the IPL, and it's 50% done, and we are approaching the business end of the tournament. So if you see what difference it made to CSK, is CSK is now with 3 wins, and they are moving forward to the table towards the playoff spot. Our next game is between Delhi Capitals and Rajasthan Royals. Delhi is sitting pretty at number 2, but the Rajasthan Royals team, if you see, they are at the penultimate position, like they are at 7th number on the table. If they win this, they will go to they can directly go to spot number 5, but they win with a big margin, they can even topple Kolkata Knight Riders and enter the top of the table. So if you see, this is the liveliest table that I've ever seen in the IPL, and still we don't know who are the 4 teams that will play the playoffs. So let's keep our eye on the tournament, and let's see who are our fantasy picks, what are the ground stats, and which team will win. So stay tuned. Let's go to our next section, where we'll be discussing the pitch report, the head-to-head stats, and the player versus player battle. So let's have a look at the statistical comparison for the game between the Rajasthan Royals and the Delhi Capitals. This game will be held in the ground of Dubai. This ground has big boundaries across the square. But the pitch tends to slow down a bit. We have seen in the yesterday's game between CSK and Sunrisers, it was very easy to bat on in the first innings, but in the second innings, spinners came into play, and they just spun the web against the Sunrisers. The third thing is it is helpful for the spinners in the second innings. So we are expecting a par score of about 160, and mostly the team winning the toss should bat first and make the other team chase. If you look at the record, there have been 14 games at this ground. 10 have been won by the batting team first, 2 were by the chasing teams, and the 2 were tied. So it is clear indication that the teams that are winning the toss, they are preferring to bat first. If you look at the Rajasthan and the DC head-to-head record, overall record in Dream 11 IPL, then they mate each other in 21 matches, where Rajasthan Royals leads the pack by 11 across versus 10 for the Delhi Capitals. The previous encounter between these 2 teams happened in the ground of Sharjah. It happened to be a high-scoring ground, but it turned out to be a low-scoring one, where Delhi Capitals won by 46 runs. When these 2 teams mate, the most runs have been scored by Shikhar Dhawan, who scored 485 runs, while the most scalps were taken by Jaydev Unadkat with 14 wickets. If we move on to the batsman versus the bowler comparison, then we can clearly see that there have been few matchups where the bowler seems to have dominated the batsman. If you see by that, Shreyas Iyer mostly bats in the middle order, so when Shreyas Gopal bowls to him, he has managed to score some runs, but he has taken his wicket once. Stoinis against Archer, because Archer bowls in the death and Stoinis mostly plays at the end of the innings. He has scored. He managed to score 27 runs without getting out. So this will be the competition to look for. Whereas if you go with the Rajasthan Royals, then Robin Uthappa has played Ashwin quite well. But again, you should see this because the bowler managed to get him 6 times. So it will be a good contest between the two. Sanju Samson, who has been hot and cold in this season, has played Ashwin quite well, getting out only once, and he managed to score good runs. Butler versus Ashwin. This is going to be a battle to look for post the Mankad scene in Dream 11 IPL 2019, where Ashwin mankaded Butler and there were bad scenes on the ground. So Butler and Ashwin, there has been quite a tussle. They both are competing each other to the fore, and I guess this will be the battle to look for because Ashwin sometimes bowled in the power play as well. So all in all, these are the battles that you should look for, and let's move on to our next section where we'll be discussing the Dream 11 team, players to watch out for, and the toss and team win prediction. So let's have a look at the players to watch out for and the Dream 11 team. So the players to watch out for us are going to be Butler, Archer and Tewatia for Rajasthan. Butler has not yet scored too many runs, but he has 1 innings against Mumbai, and I think he might come good if they bat first. So you can take Butler. Then Archer is as consistent as Rabada, and he has some pace, so he can rattle the batsmen. So Rabada is a good, Archer is a good choice. Tewatia, you know, this man cannot do anything wrong. He has helped Rajasthan to get two games on a row when all the chips were down, and Tewatia can be the man for you. So these 3 are the players to watch out for as far as the Rajasthan are concerned. If you look at the Delhi Capitals, then Shreyas Iyer, he has been their consistent batsman. Marcus Stoinis, who has been on a merry way since the IPL has begun, and he can be a good pick as well. Kagiso Rabada has been fantastic in this IPL, taking around 17 wickets, and he's leading the charts for the purple cap. As far as the wildcard picks are concerned, we are choosing Shikhar Dhawan because he seems to have back into some form against Mumbai Indians, and I think he might continue on to that. And Robin Uthappa for Rajasthan Royals, he has been the veteran of the IPL and played spin good. So I guess Uthappa should be the man for the Rajasthan Royals tomorrow if they need him in the second innings because he plays spin better. If we take a look at the playing 11, then I don't see any changes in both the teams. If Rishabh Pant is fit, then he might come into the team, and then Rahane goes out and Shimron Hetmeyer might come into his place. So it's all ifs and buts. But if we take a look at the previous combination, I guess they might want they might not want to change their setup. So the teams will be unchanged. Team win. The team winning the toss should bat first, and they should win as the history says and the record says. We are going with Rajasthan Royals, but the team winning the toss should bat first and they should win. If we take a look at the Dream 11 team, then Butler is going to be our wicketkeeper. The batsmen, Shreyas Iyer, Prithvi Shaw, Robin Uthappa and Shikhar Dhawan. All-rounders, we are going in with Stoinis and Stokes. Stokes has not fired yet, but it was he had only 1 game. I guess he can come good and bowl some cutters on this wicket where it seems to slow down. So Stokes can be a good pick. The bowlers are Ashwin, Kagiso Rabada, Jofra Archer and Rahul Tewatia. We are going in with captain as Butler, but you can choose the captain between the top order batsmen, but we are going in with Butler. As far as the vice captain pick is concerned, we are going in with ever consistent Rabada, but you might want to go with Stoinis because he is also good. He bowls some overs and he bats well, or Rahul Tewatia. But these are our picks: Josh Butler as a captain and Rabada as a vice captain. And the team win is Rajasthan Royals. So may the best team win.